I think in general, poetry is labelled as something that's quite old-fashioned to people. You know, people think it's something that's not still alive today, if you get what I mean. Like, before I actually became a spoken word artist myself, I didn't think poetry was out there as much as it probably was before, and or it was like all historic and stuff, and it's kind of died out. But you know, the kind of new school poetry, like spoken word, and like just young upcoming artists, they kind of bring a sophisticated vibe and educational vibe to it, which almost makes people think that if you do spoken word, you know, you're very intelligent, very smart, very you know, up there in a sense. Especially if you've got people like George the poet leading the forefront of the spoken word scene, in my eyes anyway. You know, he's someone who's very educated and all that, so when you see someone like him, you kind of assume that people and other people doing it will kind of be on his same level of thinking or be as smart as him and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I think about poetry and spoken word. Various experiences, mainly going through like rough patches with one girl in my life, like way back, and you know, that kind of sparked the outlet of like just writing and just putting my thoughts down on paper, and you know, and also watching battle rap, understanding rap more in general, and just understanding how people's way of thinking, how they put metaphors together, similes, because it never used to get to me, whereas all my friends, they would understand it, but I never really understood the whole intelligence behind people's lines and stuff like that. It took me a while to kind of grasp that idea, but now that I have, you know, it's helped me make my own ideas, make my own creative pieces and stuff like that. So. As a spoken word artist, I think people kind of take for granted the skill you have as a spoken word artist. Like, you know, often I'd get people saying, could you write this for me, or could you do a quick poem for this kind of project? And you know, I think people think it's sometimes a little easy to just jot something down on paper, but obviously as an artist you want to make sure it's crafted in the right way. You want to put a lot of thought behind it, and you want it to be something that's personal. You don't want to just be writing random stuff. And like, just people in general think you can, like, if you do poetry, you can like kind of write anything. You know, you can write articles, you can write letters. You're all of a sudden this kind of English expert, which for me personally is not the case for me. I still think I have a lot of learning to do when it comes to the English language and writing in general. And yeah, just being a spoken word artist is it's fun at the same time. You know, it's fun because you can relate to young people as well through spoken word, and not doing it through rap, where people might not pay as much attention to you. Like, spoken word is kind of brings the best of both worlds. It brings the creativity and style of rap, and brings together like just the general normal conversation together. You get what I mean?